Oh, Gamer, good afternoon. Welcome to another day of nice warm weather where nothing is really happening. It's a little bit of clouds, but mainly it's sunny. Feels great. You just lay in the grass and sleep. Birds are still chirping. It's really nice. Hope the weather will be good for the weekend. I really want to climb the mountains in peace. Oh, look at this grass here. It's a different type of grass growing. This is like one of the ornamental kinds of grass where people put it in like their gardens where they want a bunch of green. Or, you know, to fill a space. Oh, they're building a house here. Oh, big house. I remember this land was for sale last time I came here. Oh, it's a massive house. Looks like Sequoia is getting yellow, ready to go dormant. See hazy skies today, but sun is going through. Medgrad, welcome. Have you moved all your plants indoors? I am still on the outdoors. I've got this plant with green leaves and red leaves underneath. I guess the same leaf that's got two colors. It's from the South Japan. I have no idea what it is and why is it like that, but it grows really well. If I put it in the water, it roots quickly, and I have transplanted that into a pot. Hopefully it will grow. In the kitchen, wow, awesome. I know, like in Canada, it's so nice to have plants when it's getting cold and murky outside. Here, I guess, you know, everything is, some things are still green in the winter, so I don't think people have plants on the inside so much like we do. Wonder if these ants over there are still alive. Fantastic, fantastic. My ants are already sleeping. This means winter is coming. Oh, they're still moving. These guys are still moving. Oh, they're residing here. They are not the spazzy ants. These ones move with grace. Look how beautifully they shine. They actually beautifully spray the formic acid too. Maybe. Maybe not. They look like the color of red grapes. The color of red grapes. There were these grapes in Costco that tasted like candy. Have you guys tried it? I don't know if it was local, probably imported. Hi Bill, welcome. Costco usually imports grapes. Excuse me. Okay, we're all here. And Costco had pumpkin pie. Something that you cannot buy anywhere in Japan except Costco. Very yummy. And before that they had carrot cake, but I didn't buy it. It was like $21 for 3 loaves. Too expensive. I was about to buy it and sell it to my neighbor, like half of it. But I bought the pumpkin pie and I sold half of it to my neighbor. What a deal. There's also a new grocery store called Lopia. What a weird name. Lopia. It's a chain of grocery stores. It's supposed to be like Costco, but I've never been to one here in Japan. Yeah. I still have to cut my tomatoes, but my tomatoes started to bloom again, and I'm sure they will be growing some tomatoes. It's always like this in the end of the season, and the winter kills it later. And it's interesting that when it gets too hot, they don't grow. They just give up. And now they come back to life. Oh, beautiful flowers. These ones are lasting forever. Oh, mosquitoes. Some people are having picnics under the trees. Let's go around here. Some flowers are here too. Begonias. Oh, I smelled a sweet tree. Which one was it? There's this tree here that smells sweet. I think it's this one. Or is it this one? Oh, I think it's these ones. Like they smell like cotton candy. Only in the autumn. What can this be? They had an explanation what the tree was in the past. Now there's nothing. There was this tree. Yes, oh, there's an explanation. Katsura. Cercidiphyllum japonicum. Here it says in the autumn, sweet smell comes from this tree. The tree itself doesn't smell, so like what is it? Like these leaves? Leaves also don't smell. Gosh, there's no flowers on this. I think when the leaves dried, maybe they smell. Oh my gosh, yes, dry leaves. Dry leaves emit this really nice smell. Like honey, cotton candy. Must be some chemical in them that breaks down and it smells similar. Take some home. Yeah, I should collect and make a pillow filling. That would be cool. Put the lavender leaves. Oh, beetle is fine. Here we have some more flowers. Dahlia is growing here. Here they left the grass. Looks pretty bad. Have you guys seen new Prius for potpourri? Yeah. New Priuses look so slick. I wonder how much. Are they still cheaper or did they get more expensive? They almost look as slick as Teslas. I remember there used to be a geocache here, and I forgot where. There was a puzzle cache. I had to solve for the coordinates. Impossible to find it. It was really well disguised. I'm gonna go hiking. I don't know how cold will it actually be in the mountains. Planning to take my winter coat and the windbreaker. Oh, it's gonna be so heavy to carry because I know I'll get warm and I'll have to undress. But who knows, maybe it will be cold. Oh, nice leaves, look at this. Lots of nice greenery. If I'll have power, maybe I'll scope some of the festival. But I don't want to show people actually. Maybe if there are drummers or some performance, I will scope. Otherwise, this is just, not so ideal. Yeah, it might be cold. This is the thing. I get used to these temperatures. Like here is, 100 meters above the sea level or like almost sea level. So it's quite normal and warm. And when you actually go to the mountains and you are 1,000 meters higher, And it's like, oh my God, it's so cold, it's freezing. I need bathroom, washroom. But then when you hike, you keep on warming up. Like I was on top of Mount Fuji and it was, I think around like 8 degrees Celsius, and I was just wearing t-shirt because it was so hot. But once you stop, wait like 10 minutes, you will be so cold. And there will be lots of, I'll be going along the river and see waterfalls. I wonder if that's gonna be humid and cold. Oh, it's a crow eating something. Maybe that's sweet leaf. Oh, it's got something in the beak. Oh, blend that. What is it eating? How is he gonna bite it? Oh, into the leg and then bite. It's holding it with a leg. Maybe it's a big caterpillar. The other one is also crawling there. Crows. So calm today. Your report is calm too. Dinner is served, I think so. Look at this beautiful grass. A real lawn. A real lawn. They made this complex of sport parks. I think this must be longer than 1 kilometer. Lots of sport fields are located here, and at the end I think there's some new gymnasium. Konnichiwa. Someone is resting. This is the time where you could make a caterpillar sashimi. Yeah, something like that. This is the time where you could make a fire and do barbecue. And I remember making a bonfire and throwing in the potatoes into the fire. And after, you would have to dig them out and they will be cooked or burned if they were too late. Autumn was always fun for the fire, especially when it goes dark and evening comes. Fire is warm while outside is already a little cool. This is the plum tree that had so many blossoms. Now it's ready for the winter. Oh, there are so many goldenrods growing inside the airport. See those yellow ones? The goldenrod. Everywhere. Over there too. Oh, here. They've been cutting here. clearing. This is, I think, a bamboo. You know, this kind of very tiny bamboo. Gosh, that's a lot of work. You need some special tool to cut it, because this is way harder than just normal hedge. And this is, I think, some other plant, but it's taken over by the grass. You know, sometimes you can find snakes. Snakes love these rocks. They can hide inside, or if the rock gets warm, they feel like sleeping there. Sometimes, you know, they sleep on the ground, and if you don't look, you can step on them. They're so camouflaged. I was once exploring the ruins of a castle, and I looked, and oh my god, there are like these venomous snakes there. And they didn't even budge. If you didn't notice, I think the snake would get you. Back to the ducks. Not just that long ago, these red-headed ducks were here, and they left. And winter's coming again, and the red-headed ducks will be coming back. Such is the year is so short. Very short. Oh, wait a minute, that looks like a red-headed. No, it's not. Maybe some of them are already here. Maybe winter is already somewhere far north, and they said, we're going south for vacation. These tiny chickens are here again. They always run away. Those little, look at them going, look at them going, go! For safety. We've got it all calculated. To have enough time to run away. I wonder what happened to this turtle. It wanted to go into the airport, but it got stopped by this fence. Maybe it went back to the pond. Runaway chickens, yeah. They're like quails or something similar to quail. I heard, you know, they sell quail eggs in the supermarket. I've never tried. I wonder if they're tasty. Some goldenrods here. I don't know if it's just me, or do all the trees have less leaves this year? Because there wasn't a lot of rain. I feel like they didn't grow enough. It's really that the older you get, the shorter you get. Yeah, I think so. For Gemea, it's probably like, yeah, it's like a week, it's already half a year. For me, just 2 months is half a year, maybe. No, maybe longer. Just wait till you reach 100. It will be like 1 second, what? When I was at school, it was so ageless. Forever. Everything was so boring because of that. I didn't even have a computer. One year it was so dry here where I lived that some of the leaves on my tree and my bucket started to turn folk. Oh, really? Yeah, this is like what I think here. happened to some of the trees. They had more leaves than before, and they don't really have that many for the autumn now. Ooh, there's a mosquito cloud here. Look at that. Pixelized mosquitoes. Time perception changes as you age. Yes, it does. It does. Absolutely. You know, when I didn't have computers, I always wanted to have the handheld games. Like these things were so hard to get. Like these, LCD, liquid crystal handheld games. Oh man, those were times. And then someone had like a handheld game, but it was powered by solar panels. Like, those mini calculators. I had one of those mini calculators powered by solar panels. That was like, wow, so thrilling. Because it was tiny and you could take it with you somewhere, especially to school. There was just no technology except the typewriter. I loved playing with my grandpa's typewriter. I had a ping pong game, guys. You guys remember ping pong? That was something. Hooked directly to the TV, and you could just play. And there was a gun. You could get a gun, and the gun was sensitive to the light, so you could shoot the square on the screen of TV. It was so simple, but I played it so many times. Yeah, TV. I mean, no, it was a console connected to TV, and the console was actually Polish-made console. And yeah, the ping pong, you could play one player, but two players were better. Of course. I coded ping pong from scratch. Oh my god, in Python. Yeah, in those times Python didn't even exist. Who knows what they were using to code? Something, assembly language. Yeah. And then I think I borrowed from my friend games with cartridges. My gosh, there were like 6 or 7 games with it. I really loved it. My gosh, I played and played and played. There was like a casino game. And then I got from my other friend a console with like 300 games. And I started to like the music, and I tried to connect a tape player to record that music from those games. That was crazy. And except that, I could never have anything else. My friends had like Commodore 64, Amigas, Sinclair, ZX Spectrum. There are so many computers. So many. And you can still download the images for these computers and run these programs in the emulators. It's a lot of fun. Atari, what was it? Atari XT or something? Yeah, but Amiga was the king. My gosh. The company that mismanaged Amiga, it's unbelievable. This computer was cheap and so advanced compared to other computers. I think they were called microcomputers at that time. It was the keyboard with the computer inside of it. Amiga had colors. You could hook it up to the TV and have colors, or a monitor of colors. And no one had a color monitor because it was too expensive. and it had stereo channel. I can think 4 separate stereo channels, so you could do surround music. There's a whole bunch of I think they're called MOD files, where the music was sampled by people, and everyone was sharing the music back then with these files, and all you needed was a tracker program to listen to it. And I think you can do it today as well. You can download images of these of the music and then load them in a tracker, and then listen. There are like so many interesting, pump up the volume, technotronics, lots of disco. It was just like it was the scene with the computer, the demo scene it was called, because people were writing demo programs for these computers with showing all of the graphics and then their composed music or sampled music. And this was huge. You could actually get the images of all these demo programs that were published. And if you have an emulator, you can load them up and watch them and see how creative the people were back then and what kind of music they composed on these things. That was just mind-blowing, Without modern tools, modern sequencers, they could manage the samples and still make it sound so cool. If you guys want to listen to that kind of music, search for Nectarine and Demo Scene Radio. It's a website. Car is coming. A very big car. It's Mitsubishi Outlander. Plug-in electric. I think I'm in Geek World. Yeah, you are gonna. But the Demo Scene Radio website is woman is turning without signaling. I should have just walked across this car. I think it has sensors to not let her drive into me. But I don't want to risk it. Anyway, Nectarine Demo Scene Radio, where they have all the music from those computers composed by people, and you can listen to it live. It's a streaming site, so you probably can play it off the website or use your music player to stream that music. It's all 24 hours streaming. You can, I think, do requests on the website. And I think there are also lots of them on YouTube. I think I heard of the sound called compiler like that from the 80s. There were different chips in these computers in in those times, and you could exploit them to make different sounds and kind of similar to drums, in addition to normal tones. So you could make music out of them. And Amiga had enough memory to actually load the samples of real music instruments and sounds, and make the the whole music sound very particular. Amiga, you will know. Or just get an emulator, download the images, load them up, and turn up the speakers. Or just go to Nectarine or check on YouTube. Someone probably recorded them in endless ways. All right, guys, I gotta go. Let's save the data for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. So thanks for coming. Let's look up this, I think, maple tree. Still green. So take care for now, guys. Scoping down. Have a nice evening.